How are y'all doing? So, there's a lot going on, you guys. And I can tell you, I am feeling the shifts too. The headaches, the body aches, the, the sleep patterns. I normally come home when I work at the hotel and I sleep not till later. I come home and I work on my stuff and my businesses and my things. And any of you who my travel stuff, I've turned it off for a few months just to give myself a breather. So if any of you are looking for travel, especially corporate stuff, I'm going to take a little hiatus because I've been burning it at all the ends. But there's so much going on, you guys, but it's because of this. This is what's coming. And you can feel it. And I've had this conversation with a few of my different soul sisters. I've got a few of them. I'm very blessed in that realm. A few in Wisconsin, another one that lives in another state, and another one that lives in another state. It's just very difficult right now because it's hard to know if the energies that you're feeling within yourself are actually yours or they're somebody else's. And especially if you're a water sign, because my allergies, I apologize, guys. Yeah, I got the toilet paper roll going. So I'm out of Kleenex. But we tend to, as water signs, water babies, absorb so much of everybody else's stuff. And this is the year of the fire horse. So everything is picking up, and that energy and that stuff, it's looking for a home, and you got to do it right away, and you got to... No, you don't. You can take time, set it aside. I honestly, my projects that I have right now, they're all kind of at a different kind of standstill because creatively, that's how I work. I can't stay with something too long because I get bored, or I got something else I got to do, or, I'm sitting here creating something and I'm like, oh, you got dishes in the sink, Lori, you should go do that. Or, you told so-and-so you were going to get this finished. And, there's just the laundry list goes on forever. But the thing about it is, because it's what it's doing is it's bringing the masculine energy that you have within, because we all have feminine and masculine in us. The masculine is screaming for attention right now because it is losing its grip on the collective as a whole. And the feminine is rising and coming to the surface and saying, look, y'all have just made a fucked up mess of everything because you took away what has been taught for years prior to, these elite individuals that think that they know better for all of us. And unfortunately, it's just a really sad demise of the patriarchal system. And I do feel for you men that are having to deal with 10111 on my clock, my earth clock. Understand that you're domineering. This does not work to get shit done. And unfortunately, President Trump does operate in that regard. And like I've said, I never liked Trump at first, but do I think he's done a lot of things that have made a difference? Yes. But that's a point too. If you're all still out here arguing over the politics, you're missing the whole point. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to you, but you're missing the whole point of this is supposed to be bringing you together in unity, to work with each other, to find the common ground, to love each other, to give grace, and also to separate yourself from the people who are sucking the fucking life out of you. and to be able to determine who those individuals are. And I can tell you right now, I have life forces that are pulling on me so badly because they know that they're losing and they know they can no longer hold on to me. And they hate it because they want to dominate. They want to control. Your money, gentlemen, masculines, I'm going to speak directly to you. Your money has nothing to do with making a balanced, healing, intelligent woman safe. Has nothing to do with it. The amount you have in the bank. An independent woman is already going to have her own stuff. And I will use myself, and I do this a lot, you guys. It's not to brag or whatever, but the majority of the men that I had in my life, I'm telling you, the ex-husbands, the baby daddies, all they wanted from me was my money. Whether I had it or didn't have it. They wanted to be so crushed under the fact of, yeah, they missed the point completely. Your woman is only going to feel safe within your presence, enjoyment of you, is if she feels safe. Period. How does that safety come in? Yes, by providing, but also providing a safe environment where she knows she can be vulnerable, because that's when her creativity starts to shine. And in turn, when you have that healed woman, healing, working on herself, isn't competing with other women, isn't comparing herself to other women, knows that she's secure in herself to say, I can create a kingdom for us if you just help me. The healed women of today aren't going to rely on you any longer until you can show them that you're a safe place. Period. There is no other way. I mean, most of us, my age, younger, little older, we all already are equipped and have our stuff and the things that we need and the life that we want. Why? Because we did it for ourselves. We didn't take your money. We didn't take your things. We didn't, it's like, how long also are you going to try and punish people for things that happened 20 and 30 years ago? You need to get over your fucking self. Your ego needs to be brought down like many, many, many notches. And for those of you that this offends, I'm not sorry. Why? Because I've been through it. And I've been called the everything. And I've been called the many, many, many things. And I've been, But the thing about it is, financially, I've never done better on my own. Why? Because I ain't got nobody telling me how I need to be doing it, what I need to be doing with it, how anything should be done. And I'm doing it for me and my children. I paid the child support. I still don't know how until I realized it was never about my relationship or even about my child. It's about the fucking money. And when you gentlemen can get past that, then you might have a chance. And for those of you who already have a great wife and you've learned all that and you're taking good care of her too and you're creating things with her, man, more power to you. I applaud you. I truly do, because I still haven't found an individual in any sense of the word that knows what it means to be a safe space for me. And it's sad. But I also have walls of steel that I don't think anybody's going to be able to penetrate for a while. And I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I'm happy. And I feel good. And I look better than I ever have. This is nothing moisturizer Lori, you know? Sure, I have wrinkles. Am I taking any of the products that they got all over the place? No. But you know what it is? It's feeling good from the inside and taking care of myself and putting myself first. It's no longer having to worry about the kids and having to worry about this, or, oh my God, did I do that? And oh my God, did I get that done? Or da da da. I'm telling you, the Lori from 15 years ago, when my kids, what were they? 15 and 13? Okay, 15 years, that's whatever the numbers come out to be. When they were like 9 and 10, okay? I was hit so hard by both baby daddies because they thought that they needed to prove how bad of a mom I was. Go after me in court. One had me in Washington County, one had me in Milwaukee County, to financially break me so that they could feel superior. Who does that? I still sit here baffled by the fact that they did that. And then on top of it, knowing that I quit talking to my family because of, the generational stuff there, they got themselves roped into that and then had the whole family believing a whole lot of stuff until probably a few years ago, and then talking to my own children. It's amazing to me. So, gentlemen, most women right now have this going on for themselves. And your power struggle is going to be left in the dust as we calibrate and align ourselves to our highest selves and listen to our intuition and who we are versus anything you got to say. And I really do hate that for you. But you also need to understand, you created this. You created this by buying into the division, Democrat, Republican, this or that, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's better than anybody. Not a single one of you out there deserve to treat individuals poorly because they don't have something that you have, or they live different, or they talk different, or their skin color is different, or they worship differently. As long as they're not hurting children and eating children and doing things to children, I could give a shit. Go live your life. Do good, get good. It's not really that hard. So I guess my PSA, gentlemen, you want to find a good woman? Start working on yourself. Figure out who you are. Feel that feminine side. All that stuff that's surfacing right now, it's got to be dealt with. You can't keep running from it. I think every one of the guys that I ever did, that's all they ever did. Things got tough and they fucking ran. Well, guess what? Now you're getting out right in the face. Anybody that I know that has worked on themselves like me diligently for like the last 6-7 years, we're at a better place. We're calm. We know the shit that's coming, and you know what? We know we'll be carried through with it. Why? Because we kept our faith within ourselves, and we listened to our intuition, and we helped others who were struggling, but also kept a boundary to know that they need to deal with that. People like myself and my fellow soul sisters that have been on this journey a while, we are the first wave of it. We're here to help you. But the biggest thing is you got to drop that fucking ego. It doesn't help you. I snooze a lot of you, my friends. Because I can see it, and it's like, until you get there, all it does is irritate me. Do better, people. Because you know how to. And if you're in, the face down of the addictions and the pills and the drinking and all that, I suggest you go and get yourself some help too, because that is never going to bring you to where you want to be, and you're never going to be your best self. I'm living, breathing truth. Life does get better if you choose you. So, I love y'all so much. Please take what I said to heart, but not personal. Okay?